Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Nobody Wants to Die. Now this is a game that literally just dropped, and well, it's about a dystopian future. It's a noir type of game and it's rather cinematic, and then again there's some cool interesting ways of storytelling, and supposedly it's linear. No idea, I'm here to see the numbers. And let's talk about the requirements. The minimum GPU they want you to have is a GTX 1660 Super, and the recommended GPU is an RTX 3070 Ti. So pretty big jump when it comes in between these two GPUs. For the CPU, the minimum CPU they want you to have is an Intel Core i3 8100, and recommended CPU is an i5 10400, which is the 10th gen i5. Now I do not know if these requirements are for Full HD, 2K or 4K, but we're gonna go in 4K with a 4070 Ti and i5 96K. And here is a couple things before we jump in. So first and foremost, as per usual, we're going with a full screen native 4K. So as you can see, the resolution is at like 4096. Now technically this is the real true 4K as you understand it, even though in my opinion the 4K is 3860, you know, so it's just how Nvidia figures out the 4K use for this game. We're gonna go with the epic preset for everything. The only thing we're gonna disable is the depth of field and no motion blur. The field of view is slightly cranked to 100. And the main point I wanted to bring about this game is the upscaling method. You cannot get away from this game using an upscaling. There's a TSR, which is a temporal super resolution, which is built into the Unreal Engine. And you can either use the native anti-aliasing, or you can go with DLSS and you can go with DLAA, which is deep learning anti-aliasing. At the same time, both of these options are essentially an upscaler. So native technically should be DLAA, because TSR is still kind of trying to get the render target met at some degree. So I kind of know how this game runs natively, like, and by native I mean with TSR. So let's put this on let's put this on DLSS and go with DLAA. This is a bit more taxing. I do believe TSR would be a bit less taxing, but then again, the frame rate you see here, 42, this is actually the frame rate you're gonna be getting. So how about we just start a new game? I'm gonna shut up and you guys can actually decide for yourself if this is the performance you want to roll with this. But yeah, let's just see.
Living in pain, plagued by sickness, haunted by your own looming mortality? Not anymore. Now there's Icarite, a technological miracle that lets us transfer consciousness from one body to another. That's right, humanity's wildest dream has been fulfilled. The dream of immortality. Now, when sickness or old age starts dragging you down, you can bid on a brand new body at your local government auction house. Give yourself and your loved ones a new lease on life. And don't forget, the body subscription service is mandatory for all citizens 21 and older. So protect your investment. Always avoid illicit substances. Never skip any mandated shell inspections. And prioritize your well-being. Physical, psychological, and especially financial. Any lapsed subscription payments will result in your body being submitted to a bailiff auction. And remember, any and all violations will be prosecuted by the Department of Mortality.
Don't you already know who the murderer is?
That's not the point.
And at least tell me what's going on.
Just watch, okay? This is the best part, where he's questioning the suspect.
And when are you gonna question me?
You want me to question you?
Don't you want to?
Should I handcuff you? We always handcuff suspects.
I think you'd better.
Sounds dangerous.
I'm always dangerous.
Too bad you didn't warn me before we got married.
Would that have changed your mind?
What if it had? Where do you think we'd be now?
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have.
Huh?
All units, code 305. Prohibition violation at intersection of...
Breaking news. The president today signed into law a controversial bill reducing the age limit for free body subscriptions, despite earlier promises to the contrary.
Fucking politics.
Right, so here we are, and as you can see we're pulling almost 12 gigs of video memory, which is the full VRAM capability of 4070 Ti. We're pulling 9.2 gigs of RAM, and we're sitting at 24 frames in this actually pretty well made interior. So, of course, Unreal Engine does have its perks when it comes to graphical fidelity and attention to detail, and you can really make stuff, but yeah, you know, end of the day, this is definitely not the game you want to be playing at 24 frames. And of course, as we talked before, you can see right next to the frame rate there's the frame time, which is 3940 milliseconds. That is huge. So that means that the GPU is waiting on a CPU to deliver the data to actually build the picture. So the 96K is essentially not catching up, even though in majority of the titles it is kinda okay. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are sitting with 96Ks in 4K stock, no overclock, but here we are. So performance in this particular scenario is kinda, well, not where we want it to be. So here's a very quick fix. Just turn on the DLSS. I usually go with balanced, and that's all we have to do. So even now, with everything on Epic, we're at 52 frames. And you cannot say this is sub 60, like literally. Looking at the frame time, kind of a little bit higher than I would want it to be, but still it is at 19 and whatnot. So, the way I would probably play this game myself is actually putting it on ultra performance, which will drop it down to pretty much full HD, maybe even before, under, but hey. Will you see any changes in the graphics? No. And you're sitting at 80 frames. So, let's just quickly go to the motions.
Sullivan saved my ass more than once.
And have a look. Now, also, not only the gun design looks amazing, but if you actually look into the barrel, you can see the bullet. Like, how many games does this? None of them. Not only you can see the bullets actually within the... Well, it's not a magazine because it's a revolver, but it looks cyberpunkish as hell. I mean, I would not say no if someone said, hey, do you want a gun like this? I'm not sure how the... never mind. Just thinking about some stuff. But yeah, anyway, let's have a chat with the boss and you'll see how cool this game's premise is when it comes to actual dialogue.
Kara, how you feeling?
Ready to get back in the saddle, Chief. I sent you the papers.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at them. You hear this?
Fuck! What are you... Don't tear them up! Fuck!
The accident was barely 2 weeks ago. Look, the committee already thought you were a hot mess. Trying to come back this soon? That's just got them convinced. You're no fucking medical miracle, James.
I've been in this department for half a century. It'd be a whole century if you counted all that overtime. All that off-the-books overtime. Bet the committee would love to get an earful of that.
Damn you, Kara.
Come on, Chief. You gotta let me come back.
My hands are tied. Officially.
Yeah? So unofficially, I'm all ears.
Political case. Discreet.
I'm listening.
You'd be doing a favor for a guy whose signature trumps every test and commission out there.
Why do I feel like there's a but coming?
Because you're fucking difficult. Also, without your sync tests, can't get you back in the system. So I'm gonna put you with a liaison officer. She'll be the one with full access.
A babysitter? Fucking hell.
You asked for it, Sunshine. Wait, I'll put her on.
Not the fucking lock. That's for the brave new world. So immersive you could drown. But of course drowning is forbidden. Blocked like any other exit from paradise.
Kara? James? Kara? No, fuck that. No way. Forget it, Chief.
You're already on the line. James, Sarah Cott. Sarah, James Carroll. Let me go pull some strings. Back in a minute.
He dropped us into some bullshit, didn't he?
And I had such good stats to now. Crap.
Yeah, I'm fucking thrilled to be working with you, too.
What can I say? Your reputation precedes you, especially after you fucked up half the city with that train.
The case is closed. We were unlucky. That's it.
Of course. Guys like you get away with bloody murder.
Want to take a moment to cool down there?
What I need is somebody who treats the rules like more than just a piece of paper to wipe their privileged ass with.
Okay, I'm back. You two are best friends, right?
Sorry, boss.
Sarah, I sent you all the authorizations. Forward the package to Karen. James, I suggest you find something else to wipe your ass with. Steiner out.
All right, let's get this show on the road. I need the address of the nearest post office.
Fine. Looks like TS-45-7.
You're in Times Square?
I have business here.
Half the city's had business there lately, thanks to that new brothel.
I am not in a brothel.
Sure, and I totally believe you. Okay, Playboy, go for the package. Platform 53D, Terminal 3.
Having a goal, any goal, is better than inactivity. An alternative to focusing on the symptoms and the memories. I'm 120 years old, and I don't have any strength left to keep recalling the past.
Look, James, we got off on the wrong foot.
Hey, people love me. That's just how it is.
I want you to understand, I'm in the home stretch for a fat promotion. I've been working my ass off, so I can't afford any mistakes right now. And, you know, you're sort of notorious for unconventional methods.
Who? Me?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows you don't give two greasy rat shits about regulations. The only thing I ask is that we act professionally, okay?
I'm willing to give it a shot. No promises.
Great. Better than nothing, I guess.
That's the spirit.
So yeah, this is essentially the game, and honestly, hey, yes, I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, but if you're playing with DLSS, ain't that cheating? But at the same time, come on, look at this premise, that dialogue, the way it all kind of sets up the mood. And I'm not saying this is Bioshock, but this Max Payne narration and overall vibe of the city, like this is literally just, you know, Bladerunner at some degree. Like, this cannot not trigger your Bladerunner memories at some degree. And yeah, unless you have the FPS counter right there and you see the numbers, I wouldn't want to say that this actually looks bad or it runs bad or it stutters. And end of the day, you know, again, if you're running with a cheap setup like mine, where the most expensive thing is the GPU, you kind of need to use every trick up your sleeve, so... It's just the way it is, really, you know? And yeah, if this works, why not? End of the day. So yeah, anyway, I think this is all I have for you guys today, just to show this game. Probably I will be streaming this game on Twitch, and if you want, you can just go over and see how it looks and what's happened. But overall, for an Unreal Engine game, yes, DLSS, but hey, if in doubt, DLSS it out. And it's just gonna be fine. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Over now.